Yo, what's good, gang? It's your boy coming through with that real talk, no cap. Imagine this, early morning in Memphis, flashbangs popping off like fireworks on the 4th, feds swarming a family home in Cordova. Doors kicked in, guns drawn, and right there in the mix is a mother watching her whole world get turned upside down. Her son Pooh Shiesty, the voice of the streets, the one who made Back in Blood shake the whole game, is already locked up in Dallas. And her man, the father of her child, the one who's supposed to hold it down. He's getting cuffed too. She's standing there, heart pounding, tears starting to build, realizing this ain't just another run-in with the law. This is the feds saying her family crossed a line that might end everything. Then fast forward to court tension thick enough to cut with a knife. She's in the gallery, eyes locked on the judge, on her son, on the man she built a life with. And when the details drop, when it hits her that the one person who should have had her back might have flipped the script, she breaks. Full breakdown, crying in open court, the kind of raw pain that makes the whole room feel it. Y'all, this ain't just headlines. This is a mother realizing her family might be finished. Let me break it down for you real quick. Pooh Shiesty, real name Luntrell Denell Williams Jr., was supposed to be on his redemption arc. Fresh out the feds after doing time on that gun case, ankle monitor still buzzing on his leg, trying to get back to the music. But now, kidnapping, armed robbery, conspiracy charges tied to a wild situation at a Dallas studio involving his old label boss Gucci Mane and the family angle. His own father caught up in it, with whispers and court moments that got his mom sobbing. Here's where it gets crazy, blood turning on blood, or at least the system making it look that way. This is not just a crime story, gang. This is a family story. A heartbreaking one where the streets, the fame, and the feds collide, leaving a mom in tears and a legacy on the brink. If you locked in, let's get into it. Hit that like if you're feeling this already, alright? Y'all, before we dive into the chaos that's unfolding right now, we gotta go back to the beginning. Let's talk about how Pooh Shiesty rose up from the Memphis trenches to become one of the most Shiesty voices in drill. Born November 8, 1999, Luntrell Williams Jr. grew up in the heart of Memphis, Tennessee, that Bluff City energy, where the streets don't play and the music hits different. His pops, Luntrell Williams Sr., was in the music game too, running Mob Ties Records, trying to push that local sound. Pooh's late brother even gave him the name took Mr. Pooh from childhood and flipped it with that Shiesty slang for sneaky, grimy, on that real street time. No cap, it fit perfect. Early on, Pooh was dropping freestyles and mixtapes that captured that raw Memphis drill wave. Think heavy 808s, sliding flows, talk about the trenches, the ops, the come up. He was moving with that 1017 energy before he even signed. Then in 2020, boom, Gucci Mane spots him, brings him to 1017 Records under Atlantic. That's when the world really felt it. Features with Lil Baby, Dababy, Lil Durk, Jack Harlow, dudes who were already superstars. But it was tracks like Main Slime and especially Back in Blood with Lil Durk that turned him into a household name. That song, it was everywhere. Shiesty Season mixtape dropped in 2021, debuted at number 5 on Billboard 200, later peaked at 3. 9 Hot 100 singles, 3 solo. This dude was the new face of Memphis drill, right up there with the big dogs. Fans loved that icy, calm but deadly delivery. He wasn't screaming. He was whispering threats that felt way more dangerous. But success in the streets don't always translate clean to the industry. While the bag was getting bigger, the legal troubles were bubbling. Back in 2020, there was that Florida incident, alleged shooting during a robbery at a sneaker store or something involving a dealer. Then October 2020, a club shooting in Miami where Pooh and others got hit with serious gun charges. Fast forward to 2021 to 2022. He pleads guilty to conspiracy to possess firearms in furtherance of violent and drug trafficking crimes. Judge hits him with 5 years. He was supposed to sit till around April 2026, but good behavior, time served credits. Whatever the math was, Pooh walks out early in October 2025. Y'all remember the first day out vibes. He drops FDO, starts talking about elevation, new music, touring, CEO mindset. Fans were hyped. Shiesty back. It's a movie, but here's the supervision details that matter now, gang. When he gets released, it's not full freedom. Federal home confinement with an ankle monitor, GPS tracking 24/7. He gotta stay in a certain area, check in with probation, get permission for rec time or travel. No wilding out. supposed to be rebuilding, dropping music, staying out the way. But according to the feds in this new case, that monitor became the very thing that helped tie him to the scene. Crazy how the system works. The tool meant to keep you straight ends up painting the picture when you slip. Let's get into the main event, y'all. This is where it gets wild. Step by step, timeline style, painting the picture like we're right there. Allegedly, it all stems from beef over that 1017 contract. Pooh feeling like Gucci Mane owed him millions from music while he was locked up, or at least wanted out the deal clean. His mom even went live talking that talk, saying her son don't play. I raised a real slime, claiming it was about 25 mil or contract release. Whether that's the full motive or not, the feds say it led to action in January 2026, just months after Pooh's release. Picture this, a Dallas music studio. Gucci Mane or his people there handling business. Suddenly, a crew rolls up armed, masked, aggressive. According to the complaint, they kidnap and rob multiple victims at gunpoint. One dude gets choked from behind till he almost blacks out, scratches on his neck and wrist. They take a Rolex, a Louis Vuitton bag loaded with high-dollar watches, AirPods, wallet stuff worth serious money. And here's the twist that ties it to the label. Pooh allegedly pulls an AK-style pistol, forces someone to sign papers releasing him from the 1017 contract. Like, straight up turning the studio into a pressure cooker over paperwork. Big 30 Rodney Wright Jr. allegedly involved to driving his father's vehicle or something. Pooh's own father, Luntrell Sr., pulled into the mix by the feds as part of the crew. The planning. Feds say it wasn't random. Phone records, social media flexes, rental cars, Greyhound bus tickets for some of the crew moving around. They link it to a dispute that boiled over. Execution, coordinated takeover, guns out, victims restrained, items snatched. Then they dip but not clean. One victim had Apple AirTags on the stolen goods Louis Vuitton bag, AirPods, wallet. Those tags keep pinging locations, leading investigators right to spots connected to the group. Surveillance cameras catch plates, faces, movements. And Pooh, on that ankle monitor the whole time. GPS data places him at the Dallas studio during the exact window. He even allegedly gets on the phone talking to his caseworker or probation about rec time permission, but gets told to head home ASAP. Feds say he was out there anyway. Co-defendants, 9 people total, including Pooh, his dad, Big 30, and others like DeMarcus Glover, who allegedly did some of the hands-on robbing. It's a conspiracy charge, everyone tied in, even if roles differ. Kidnapping, armed robbery, gun charges on top, stakes, federal time, potentially life if it stacks with priors. Pooh just got a taste of freedom, now facing the possibility it's finished. Now, evidence and details. Let's connect the dots like detectives. Gang. The feds built this case heavy, no cap. First, that ankle monitor. Electronic monitoring data puts Pooh Shiesty physically at the scene in Dallas while he was supposed to be on home confinement in Memphis or wherever his approved spot was. That's damning. Cell phone records pings, calls, texts linking the crew before, during, and after. License plate readers catching vehicles in the area. Rental car records showing who booked what. Surveillance footage from the studio and surrounding spots showing the group rolling up and out. Fingerprints, recovered from red plastic cups left behind. Lean cups, classic. Run through databases, matching some of the defendants. Social media activity, flex posts, stories, or indirect posts that prosecutors say show knowledge or involvement. Greyhound bus records for travel coordination. And those AirTags? The stolen items transmitted location data even after the robbery, leading straight to locations tied to the suspects. One report says items traced via AirTags still in the bag. Plus, the victim who got choked, physical evidence of the struggle. No hard video of the exact moment, maybe. But the puzzle pieces fit tight, according to the complaint. In court, during probable cause hearings, defense attorneys for the dad and Big 30 pressed, where's the hard evidence they had a gun or threatened anyone? Agent reportedly said no direct on that for some, but the conspiracy web and circumstantial stuff still moved the case forward. Judge saw enough to keep it rolling. Pooh's lawyer Bradford Cohen said he's reviewed it, spotted inconsistencies, ready to fight at trial. But the volume of tech evidence, GPS, phones, tags, cameras makes it feel like the feds got receipts. Here's where it gets crazy. Pooh was on supervision and still allegedly linked to this level of movement. The monitor that was supposed to protect him became the snitch on his ankle. Now, the family angle. This is the heartbreaking part that hits different, y'all. Focus on the mom, Gladys Baines or Gladys, depending on reports. She's been holding it down. When the FBI raids the family home in Memphis, flashbangs and all, she's there watching agents take her son's father away in cuffs. Pooh already snatched in Dallas. Imagine that moment, your son finally home from prison, music popping again, and now this. She drops cryptic social media posts right after. It's power in the name Jesus ... with prayer hands. Then my ears ringing hashtag keep talking hashtag blessings on blessings. Another about blocking haters with amen. Fans reading between the lines. Seeing a mother leaning on faith while the storm hits. Then court. She's in the building for the hearings. Tension building as details drop about the contract beef, the roles, the evidence. Reports say she breaks down crying when it all sinks in, realizing the weight, the possibility that it's over for her son, and the family drama layered on top. Whether it's the snitch allegations around the dad or just the overall collapse, that emotional breakdown in the gallery. Raw, a mother who raised her real slime, who defended the motive on Liv, now facing the system coming for both her son and his father. Pain, silence after, faith talk, it's heavy. Respect to her for holding space in public while her world shakes. The dad, Luntrell Sr., arrested in the raid, later gets a $250,000 bond with strict house arrest in some reports, only out for court in Dallas. But court moments got wild. Some videos and breakdowns talk him apologizing, possibly cooperating or saying things that defense spins as snitching on the son or the situation. WAC 100 even claimed he's been informing since '09, dropping old docs. Whether that's street talk or real, it adds to the family fracture. Pooh can't even lean on Pops the same way now. Big 30 caught up to his attorney pushing back on evidence. The whole Cruz family's feeling the ripple, broader impact. For Pooh, this could be career-ending if it sticks. Just dropped FDO. Talking elevation, now back in custody facing kidnapping and robbery that could mean decades. Co-defendants like Big 30, his dad, others say their lives on pause too. The victim. Trauma from the choke, the robbery, the violation in a studio that's supposed to be creative space. Hip-hop culture. It shines a light on the contract disputes, label beefs, and how street mindset don't mix easy with industry paper. That get it back in blood energy. Sometimes it backfires when feds watching. Mindset lessons. Freedom is fragile, especially fresh out with monitors. One slip, one old grudge, and the bag, the fame, the family pay the price. Celebrity reactions. Social media buzzing, some defending Pooh, others saying play stupid games. Gucci side quiet or spinning their way. Boosie and others chimed in unrelated drama, but the family pain is what cuts deepest. Y'all, the real untold story here is the family left behind. A mom crying in court, leaning on Jesus while her son and his father face the machine. Kids, relatives watching their loved ones in orange. The streets glorify the Shiesty life till it hits home like this. Pooh had the talent, the come up, the second chance, but the pull of the old ways, the contract frustration, whatever it was, allegedly led here. It's finished. Maybe not yet, trial gonna be a battle. Defense saying weak case, hearsay, no hard gun evidence on some. But the emotional toll? Already real. If this hit different for you, that family drama, the rise and potential fall, the tears in court, hit that like button, gang. Subscribe for more true crime hip-hop breakdowns, updates on this case as it develops, and deeper dives into the culture. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was the evidence too strong? How you feel about the dad angle? Mom holding it down? Or you think Pooh beats it? Y'all know the drill. Keep it respectful, but keep it real. More coming soon. Stay safe out there. Watch your circle and peace. This one was heavy. We out. We out.